another major value of American higher education, and that's the liberal arts model. That is the education of women. That's a very, very important issue, not only the education of women, but the empowerment of women. You have in that part of the world women who are extremely capable, extremely capable. And what they need is the opportunity really to serve society and to excel in the service of society, which is very, very important. Well, having talked about some general values, the meaning of liberal arts, let me talk a little more about American institutions as being agents of change. And the way I want to do it is as follows. When students go to a university, American university, they're not only exposed to education, to teachers. They are exposed to a lot of other things that takes place within the confines of an American institution. And I'm going to go over them seriatim so that we have a notion of what's happening in that part of the world. When the students come in, the first thing they are exposed to is the whole issue of financial aid. Financial aid scholarship, merit scholarship. And that's very, very important because it gives them really the notion that, look, someone else is helping you get educated. When you graduate, you need to think about the fact that in turn, you need to provide the opportunity for other people to get educated. That's in itself, that's a learning lesson for our young people in order to learn to give. Not only to give in terms of financial, matters, but to give of themselves to society so that others may have a better life. This is very American. The history of America, to give. And remember the engagement in World War I, World War II. Giving not only in terms of money, but giving of oneself so that others may have a better life. The second element that students are exposed to is the whole notion of governance within an institution. American institutions are unique in that sense. Sometimes they say, well, you're the president of the university, you can do anything you please. And my answer to them is that at times I feel powerless because of the structure of the institute. You have not only the president, you have the faculty senate, of course, and you have the staff, and you have the students. And that's very, very important for the students to learn the meaning of governance, that things will have to be resolved through negotiations and not by violence, not by force. They witness that. In fact, student elections is a typical example of what I'm talking about. These young students are engaged in the electoral process, which gives them the idea that really dealing with each other, understanding each other, debating each other without having recourse to force is very, very important for society.